Join us as we deploy the HIKVISION Sliding Gate. Of course, when we get to site, the first thing is we remove every content from the box and see the appearance of the box. Of course, you've seen the accessories it comes with already. So let's see the physical appearance of the sliding gate opener, the rear view, of course. Nice. Then let's remove the cover and prepare it for installation. So this is the physical appearance from the inside, the motor, the access control board, and then we prepare the base for mounting the gate opener. Of course, you see the client header previous one, so we remove this and put the HIKVISION #1 solution. So prepare the base plate based on the drawing so that it can fit based on the experience. Then the next part is to do welding of the same. So make sure that it aligns with your gate and it fits smooth, and then we do welding and prepare and then mount the motor, ensure it's fixed. So the alignment of the opener with the gate should be really good, and then we start welding, of course, to make sure that it actually fits and is stable. So that is welding in progress. Welding being nicely done, so as you can see, professional work in progress. Then we mount the batteries to make sure that we can now complete the rest of the wiring. Remember, you have prepared the electrical wiring. This motor is actually powered by the batteries, so the batteries are mandatory in your deployment. Nice, so the batteries are well aligned and we have our electrical cable, so let's do the wiring. Proper termination is one of the key attributes that you would want your sliding gate opener to not have electrical problems. A well-grounded system, of course. So after doing the termination, you plug in and connect the electrical cable like that. Nice. Then complete the previously provided cables. Remember, this comes from the factory with all the motor cabling already done before. So you can just return the connections as they were and then connect your trigger, IR beam, so that we don't have accidents with this gate, of course. So that safety precaution is actually necessary. While doing your terminations, just be precise so to avoid any mistakes, and we have the best deployment of the gate opener. Nice, so screw it in nicely and tightly, then plug in the other earth cables so that your system is well grounded and protected from things like lightning and excessive charge, so that we can discharge that to the ground. Of course, the wiring here and there to make sure that we have the whole thing ready for powering. So plug in even the power cord, connect the batteries wiring. When you're connecting your batteries, remember red to red, that is positive to positive and negative to negative, so that we don't have any issues when plugging it in. So adhere to this guideline also, so that the gate can perform in the most optimal way. Then after you plug in the battery, look at that. So just small correction, then fit in the cables. If your termination is weak, you can use your pliers to tighten the clips to the battery. Yeah, nice. Then we have our batteries well secured and installed, and then now we plug in the power supply cable to the access control board. The access control board is the one at the top that we just touched, and organize the cables properly so that you don't cut them and then create short circuit when you're deploying the sliding gate. So nice, like that. Then the gate is now even powered with the battery. So while it's booting, you'll realize when you push the tamper switch, the AP goes off. So let it beep so that you can connect the AP. So here is our PC to connect to it with a pure copper Cat6 cable from HIKVISION, of course. We'll plug that into the PC and also to the the access control board network port of the gate opener. So this is that process. So plug in, clips in nicely. The next part, move it like that to the access control board. So again, plug it in. You'll see even the light starts to flash, showing us there is a signal connectivity. So nicely clip in, then like that. So you also have an option to connect to the AP and still access the web interface. You can also do this from your phone by scanning on the QR code that is on the sliding gate opener. Then you can access the web interface of the opener. So same approach. Now you'll get a security warning. We can just proceed because you're on a local network, but you can enhance the security of your sliding gate to prevent any attacks by uploading correct security certificates to it. So after accepting the prompt, it will load and give us the web interface of the gate, where we'll do a quick self-learning. So self-learning is just teaching the gate which is the last point, which is the first point, so that it can open, close, like that. So let's log in. So key in the password securely, then click login. Of course, if you push enter also, it's the same thing. It will take you to the web interface of the sliding gate. You will get a warning of tamper, so we can just proceed with that, but we need to close the front panel of the gate with the key for it to do self-learning. So for self-learning, you just click the arrow icon at the top, just after system and maintenance, right, that one, and then it will open the self-learning. But you'll note, because our front panel where we put the key is open, we have to close it first before we can learn the gate. That is how the motor will now know it's time to engage the gear with the rail. So like that, now our gate motor is engaged. So we do self-learning and make sure that it can actually know the first point and the last point of the gate. So we start, then configure until it arrives the other end. So let's start. Look at that. So it will start moving to the learning end. So our gate motor is operational and moving, learning. And that's it. So you just train the gate to make sure it can work and learn your deployment scene, and then we have it. Nice. So after it arrives, we go and click arrived and complete the learning. So arrive, yes. And then it will just do its automatic self-check, and then you confirm what is the position. Is it at the start or is it at the end? So your sliding gate is ready to use. Nice. The next part is, let's try the remote after adding it. So you can just add it under person, trigger, and it triggers the gate to open. This remote comes with the gate opener, so you are assured you'll get 2 remotes for your own convenience, but you can add it to Hik-Connect again to trigger the opening and closing. This is how we satisfied our client's experience with the HIKVISION Sliding Gate Opener, automating his gate and working better than the previous deployment. So we are replacing the non-functional providers and give you the most superior HIKVISION solution. Stay tuned from the #1 AIoT security solutions provider.